Hi, I'm Michelle with Parenting a Pancreas. I'm the parent of a 3-year-old child with type 1 diabetes. Today I decided to show you all what's in my pantry and our favorite snacks for our toddler. Now, just to be clear, we are not a low-carb family, but we try to choose snack options that are lower impact and a bit lower carb because, let's face it, parenting a toddler with diabetes is very hard and they ask for lots of snacks frequently. My kid eats plenty of carbs during his meal: bread, chicken tenders, corn, beans, rice, but we try to have lots of low-carb snack options because he is constantly asking for snacks. This is just a reminder that anything you hear in today's video is not medical advice and is for informational purposes only. This is just what works for our family, and always consult your medical team before making any changes to your care plan. First, let's talk about why toddler diabetes and snacks is so challenging. First of all, toddlers don't really understand their condition, and they do not understand the idea of a pre-bolus. When they're told that they have to wait 10 or 15 minutes for a snack, that to them sounds like they're not allowed to have the snack. We've tried setting timers, we've tried telling him to wait, but it just always results in a huge tantrum. He wants something now. Toddlers do not like to delay gratification. Another reason that toddler snacking with diabetes is so difficult is that toddlers snack very frequently. They have tiny tummies and they're not used to eating just 3 square meals a day. They want to constantly graze. And while this may be developmentally appropriate for this age, it makes managing their blood sugar very challenging if they want to eat every 30-40 minutes. So what do lower impact snacks mean? They mean they're snacks that either have no carbs and are free snacks like cheese sticks, meat sticks, pickles, olives, things like that. And we also have other snacks that are lower carb or lower impact for him to choose from, and he has a huge range to select from. So let's look in my cabinet. One of our favorite brands to keep stocked in our cabinet is Quest. And my son loves these cookies. They also come in a variety of flavors, and they're chips as well. Now, usually these cookies we would dose for around 3 carbs. I believe the package says they have 10 carbs, but we would dose for around 3 carbs for those, and a whole package of these we would dose for around 5 carbs. Another product we love in our house is IQ bars. These come in a bunch of different flavors: peanut butter, almond butter. We really like these blueberry lemon flavors, but they have maybe about 7 to 10 different flavors. And these are about 10 carbs per bar, and they seem to be a bit gentler. They do have a lot of fat and protein, so just you might want to watch for the slow rise later. Another really easy option that I always try to keep stocked in my purse during car rides is seaweed. It tastes yummy, salty. It only has 1 carb in it, and these don't seem to move his blood sugar very much. So this is basically a free snack. Another favorite snack in our house is these little mini bags of popcorn by Lesser Evil. These are only 7 carbs. And we also keep these in my purse for car rides. Him and his sister really enjoy them on the way home from school. Here's another option. These are Blue Diamond chocolate dusted almonds. We find that we dose for maybe about half of the carbs that the label says, and these are another favorite. We have to keep these in individual containers because this is obviously a huge bag that I bought on Amazon. Another brand that we love in this house is Simple Mills. These are crackers. They're 1 carb per cracker, but they seem to hit fairly slowly and don't cause a huge spike. And you can eat these with cheese or just plain. They have a couple different flavors. Salt, this is the farmhouse cheddar variety that seems popular with my son. And they also make these small diamond-shaped cookies and cinnamon and chocolate. And my son absolutely goes crazy for those. Those do have 1.5 carbs per cookie, so they can add up, and they do require a bit more of a pre-bolus. Another option is if your kid is craving something sweet, we sometimes buy these. These are legendary protein donuts. The package says that 2 donuts have 26 carbs. I think that might be a bit of overkill if you dosed for that. We usually eat 1 donut at a time and would estimate about 5 carbs worth of impact for these. Another gentler option are these Siete chips. I know these come in a variety of forms and flavors. These are meant to be a tortilla chip. You can eat these with salsa or guacamole or cheese. And we have dosed for the carbs on the package, but that always results in a bit of a low. So dose for less than the package says, and these seem to have a much lower impact than regular corn tortilla chips. So what do you do when your child's blood sugar is already high and they are begging for a snack right this minute? This is my secret weapon, the high key vanilla wafer cookies. I try to keep these in my purse when he's begging for some type of snack, but I don't have time to pre-bolus and he's already high. We give him a few of these. These are made with almond flour and they seem to have very, very little impact on his blood sugar. So giving him a few of these is a good way to stave off his hunger, and then we can have time to pre-bolus for something else that's a bit more substantial. And lastly, if your kid is a big fan of Oreo cookies, we really like the Catalina Crunch brand of Oreos. I don't have them in my house today, but you can buy a package on Amazon. And these seem to have the lowest impact of all of the Oreo type cookies. I would dose about 3 carbs worth of insulin for each of these cookies. So lastly, I just wanted to reassure everyone that managing snacking and toddler diabetes is very hard. And if you don't have a smooth flat line with a perfect non-diabetic A1C for your 3 or 4-year-old, you are not failing. I know it's easy to see these moms on social media posting these amazing flat lines and perfect A1Cs and bragging about how their child is in range, tight range all day. But this is just really not realistic with a child who is 2, 3, 4 years old and constantly asking for snacks every 30 minutes to an hour. So I just wanted to present some options for snacks that were lower impact to make your day easier and less stressful. If you're interested in trying any of the products I showed here today, I've put the Amazon links in the description down below. These are affiliate links, which means I earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, and they'll help keep my content coming and support the channel. Thanks.